Founders Live is the global venue for modern entrepreneurs, especially during these very challenging times. The direct impact of COVID-19 is currently being felt around the world, and it could get worse before it gets better. We are here to help you through these challenging times by connecting you to the people, information, and resources meant to move you forward as you start your next project.
We see an opportunity to bring the resources and capital and connections to the people that need it and the people that can use it, no matter where they live in the world. My honest opinion is, no matter what the economic climate is in the world, Founders Live can be important. In the good times, when it's booming, we're here to help grow companies and have them access capital that's flowing around the world and really be a fun, great event and global platform that powers entrepreneurship. In the tough times, we actually think we can be the answer. Given the fact that if people are actually getting laid off and unemployment starts rising, well, the choice to start their own business is front and center, and Founders Live is right there to help them grow. I believe the secret sauce of Founders Live lies in the combination of these three words: inspiration, education, and entertainment. Inspiration is rooted in the energy and the passion that every single attendee has. The education is the information that we're bringing to people that they otherwise couldn't find. Founders Live Online helps solve entrepreneurs' daily challenges. If you have a question that you're just wondering, like, I don't know what to do here, you simply need to just type it into Founders Live and someone else will answer it right there for you. And the entertainment is the fun. We believe business should be fun, we believe it should be casual, and we believe it should be inspirational. Founders Live is the perfect place for you to connect with other entrepreneurs and to be inspired.
Founders Live is the global venue for modern entrepreneurs.
All right. Hello. Welcome to Founders Live Prime Time. So excited to be joining and hosting for you tonight. We are so excited to be here. Welcome to Founders Live Primetime North America. I am Nick Hughes. I'm the founder and CEO of Founders Live, and we're here. And hey, I'm going to be joined by a few people. I think we're having some technical difficulties with Luis, who's going to join us here soon, but so excited to be here. Look at the activity in the chat. Oh my gosh, look at this, guys. You all are just coming with the energy. Thank you so much. Keep sharing in the chat. Look at that. This is awesome. This is so great. Awesome. So welcome for you all to be here. And this is Founders Live Prime Time. We are rocking and rolling, and here we are. So as we get going, everyone, we're going to have an incredible time here, celebrating entrepreneurship, celebrating the founders. We have 5 amazing founders today, and we're going to hear their visions. We're going to hear their pitches, and it's going to be so incredibly exciting. So one thing is, again, one of my co-hosts is, I think their computer and their laptop totally froze up just now. So I'm hanging out by myself. We're going to make it work. I have also another special guest that's going to join on very soon, and we're going to be blessed with Amy Meadows joining us during the event to share her thoughts and vision about not only entrepreneurship, Founders Live, and everything, and these pitches. So as we get going, everyone, what we want to do here, first and foremost, is you see those chats. And please keep sharing your energy, keep sharing your thoughts and questions around, in your support of the founders. We love that. The energy here is incredible. So thank you all so much for being here. This might be your first Founders Live event. And we're going to let you know, we're going to walk through some information to help you understand what Founders Live is. A lot of you, this might be your first time. What is this Founders Live stuff? We are at Founders Live Prime Time. This is our global competition. We'll talk more about General Founders Live in a second, but hey, we are smack in the middle of Founders Live Prime Time. We have 5 regions. Each day we have an event, just like this. This is North America. We then go to the global finals. So the winner tonight will go on to the global finals, and then we end up having one champion. It's so great. As I mentioned, so we have this as the global finals. Latin America was Monday. We had Europe on Tuesday, Asia Pacific Wednesday. Today is North America, and tomorrow is Africa. And then we have our global finals. This is just awesome. So as today, wherever you are, we have 5 finalists pitching. And you'll notice that Annika over there, we actually have one of the co-founders. We have Joey. So there is a lineup of all women there, but we have Joey, one male here. So, but we have a collection of diverse presenters. We're excited to have this. We're going to walk through this all later. We're excited, but I'm going to tell you a little bit about Founders Live and what we're about. We're about inspiration, education, and entertainment. We are here as empowering the pulse of entrepreneurship all around the world. Founders Live is amazing, but here's what we did is we have identified that there are talented people everywhere around the world. We are showing that on a global stage this week with all of our Founders Live primetime experiences. But unfortunately, there's insufficient resources and opportunities. This is what Founders Live does. If you look over there, we make connections and bring more people into the ecosystem and the community to make sure that everyone feels not only a part of this, but can have opportunity. Secondly, we bring information, knowledge, and know-how to entrepreneurs to help them develop and grow. Thirdly is access to funding and resources. So really bringing the capital to or closer to the startups, as well as the resources like advisors, mentors, products, services, all the technologies needed. And the last one is exposure, what we're doing here right now, providing entrepreneurs and founders more exposure into the ecosystem and the market to help them move forward. This is what it's about. Our global platform and ecosystem spans a bunch of different things you can see there. It's awesome. You'll know that a lot of our events, as we have this global social network and community, we have local live events. That's where a lot of these founders come from. And, I'll talk about that in a second. But as we've built out the modern homepage of the modern entrepreneur, just really access to resources, opportunities, knowledge, and all of that. Our monthly events, our events that happen somewhere in the world, every single week we have Founders Live events happen somewhere around the world. There's typically hundreds of guests. Again, 5 founders pitching. They each have 99 seconds to pitch, which same thing tonight. 4 minutes of questions from the audience. And then again, everyone votes and there's a winner. This happens all over the world. As we build out and become the industry defining brand, I started it in Seattle. That's our home base. I started Founders Live in Seattle, and it is continually growing around the world. You will see that as we continually expand around the world, we're reaching about 110 cities in 46 countries. Yes, all those blue dots. It happens all over the world. It is amazing. And that's what the primetime week is, a celebration of that. But we reach hundreds of thousands of people around the world, and it's incredibly exciting. But, we are always looking for new leaders and city leaders around that want to lead and run an event. So if you are obviously identifying in a region here, these are the regions of the world. But if you are interested in leading a city like we just launched in Cambridge, this is our 110th city. We're excited to announce that. But, we have city leaders. City leaders help run our events around the world. We're posting in chat, and I know a lot of things are happening in that chat, which is awesome. But you'll see a link in there. If you want to lead and start or lead a Founders Live event in your city, just reach out to us. We'd love to hear from you. And, we would bring you on as our global leadership team and have you join on. So we're excited about that. I'm going to pop Luis back on here. Let's see if Luis can join us to talk about our core values. Luis, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. Thanks for covering for me while I had some technical difficulties the moment the show started, of course.
Yes,
Sounds
Lord.
good so far, Nick. It's good to see everybody in the chat tearing it up. I'm happy to be here. I'm really psyched for Founders Live Primetime North America. Let's do this.
Let's do this. Well, as we're talking here, and I can't wait. We're gonna bring on Amy Meadows, and she's gonna join us on stage here in a second. But these are our core values, and we're gonna run through them fairly quickly. But then I would like you to give a little bit of thought around at least one of these. But you know what, everyone? The first and foremost, our core value number one is respectful authenticity. This is really about you being your respectful self and authentic self, but more importantly, it's required that you respect others in their authentic self. And what this does is really bring into focus inclusion. And we believe that everyone deserves an equal opportunity for success and to be a part of this community. This is first and foremost and very, very important. The second one is what we call gather around the campfire. Hey, this is about community. This is about storytelling. You will hear 5 founders that are going to tell their vision, share their vision of what they're building and what they're creating. And, we really are gathering around a figurative campfire, sharing these stories and building community. So we encourage you to do that. Thirdly is open the door. Do great things for people without expecting a return. Make that introduction. Help them with their slides, their pitch, provide feedback to them as they grow as an entrepreneur with their business, and honest feedback. Give people, give that without expecting a return. Not only is that a great community to be in, but it's going to come back to you so much more. This is how Founders Live was built. This is literally how Founders Live was built. It's amazing. I thank the universe for this aspect, because by doing great things for people, you just see it come back to you. The fourth one is business equals fun. Hey, we're having fun here. A proof positive is just look in those comments. We are having a great time, and we encourage you all to really have fun while you do business. Enjoy what you're building. We encourage all founders to do that, but that's just part of our core values here. And the last one, climate consciousness. This one is really about being part of the solution. So we commit to operating our global business in a climate conscious manner, including measuring and lessening our footprint where possible. We encourage you all to do that too. Be a part of the solution. The world is not in a great place, and it's up to us, which is the young early stage companies that eventually will grow into big companies, and you'll have this a part of your ethos as well. Luis, real quickie here, bringing you back on, you're here. A little synopsis, just a quick thought on some of at least one core value here. What's resonating with you tonight?
Well, you know what? I'm going to give a shout to the concept of core values as a whole. If you're an early stage founder, now is the time to make sure you have them as you're forming your business, your culture. You're all in the genesis stage of how it's going to be. This is the time to decide what is the baseline for the decisions you're going to make. Having core values makes hard decisions easy, and we're all going to have to revert to what we believe in at some point, and you want to have that in your back pocket. So yeah, here's the core values in general.
Well, thank you. Yeah, love it, man. And I think you can see the community happening right now. And with that, someone special from our community, everyone, we have fun here with Founders Live. We put out an opportunity to our fan base and our community. A little challenge to see who wants to step up and co-host with us. And what we are going to do is bring on Amy Meadows to join us on stage as our co-host for the evening. Amy.
Hello, gentle people. How are you all?
Good. How are you?
Pretty good. I'm excited for tonight. Looking forward to the lineup of women and Joey.
Absolutely, this is great. Well, Amy, again, thank you for joining us, and you're just adding another flavor here to the Primetime North America event. But hey, tell us a little bit about yourself. Make a little bit of introduction here, and then we'll talk a little bit about your view of entrepreneurship and why you want to be here.
Wonderful. So my name is Amy Meadows. My pronouns are she and they. And I'm the founder of Entrepreneur Empress. It's a reality TV show that's going to be coming out soon that follows the path of women-led businesses as they go through all of the business accelerator stages. So you'll get to watch as they triumph and as they fail, and then watch it from your couch at home and learn all of their mistakes, see all of their wonderful wins, and know how to do it better. The goal of this show is to try to create more global equity across the world by teaching these entrepreneurship lessons on streaming platforms. So be on the lookout for that when that comes out. Oh, I love that little heart. That's so cute. So I'm excited to be co-hosting Founders Live with Nick and Louise because I love connecting with entrepreneurs. I would much rather work hard for the future than sit back and do the same things of the past over and over and over. And trust me, I learned all those ways. I spent 15 years in the corporate worlds teaching in academia, in healthcare, MasterCard, Verizon, you name it, I've worked everywhere. And so in 2015, I finally got my courage to go out and start on my own projects. And I've been an entrepreneur ever since.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So right now I'm an active board member with Start Out, which is a queer entrepreneur organization. And I'm also a mentor in the Mentor Capital Network. So I help entrepreneurs with their business plans and their execution all day, every day.
Oh, thank you. It's so great. So great. Well, when you saw we pushed out a request and a bit of a competition to join us on stage, what jumped out at you?
I thought it was a really novel way to be connecting entrepreneurs across the world. When we were having our prep chat, Louise was talking about someone in Istanbul was connected to someone in Seattle and then translating for someone in Pakistan. And I love the interconnectivity, the drive and the passion that entrepreneurs have to kind of push the dial forward and connect with each other. I like that authenticity and respectability pieces that we got to.
Well, thank you. And what's interesting, and I know we talked a little bit previously, so I got a little more details and background on yourself. You attended in the Bay Area a Founders Live, an actual in-person event, right? And
I did.
And now we're in a virtual experience, and so you're mentioning the dynamicism. Basically, it's very dynamic in the sense, and I talked about earlier. Founders Live is all around the world. We have amazing events in all these different countries, and it's different languages in a lot of these countries, and but they're gathering in their community, right? And so we do that physically, but then we're able to do this, and so it's just exciting to see all of you. Just a ton of energy in the chat, and this is North America, and we're really just U.S. at this point. So these are people from other states, but in the other events throughout primetime, I mean, we're talking about from different countries. Some people were struggling from the language standpoint because we had to have English as our main language spoken here in the event. But it is a very interesting, a very diverse and dynamic background. So cool. Luis, do you have a question for Amy as we are hanging out here before we get started with the pitches?
Amy, I just want to know how you have time for us. Like, how you fit that all in? No, I'm really grateful for you being here. And we're going to hear more from you. After every single presenter, you're going to have a question, at least one, and then we'll mix it all up when it's all done and we're voting. And so there's a lot more coming from you today.
Thanks. And I'm just going to say, if you really want something, you'll make it work.
I love that.
And sometimes that's 4 a.m. phone calls to my mentee out in London, and sometimes it's 11 o'clock phone calls to my mentee over in Hong Kong. You never know.
That's amazing. Well, maybe my second question for you then for real would be like, yeah, would you be interested in joining us again? Because we got to have somebody like you helping founders in our community.
Absolutely.
Awesome. 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 That's cool.
Okay. Well, yeah, I would say, my last thought question for you, Amy, as we, spend time here with you, and then, before we get to the pitches here, you've been around, founders long enough, and you're creating a show, which is amazing. This is falling directly in line with Founders Live as well, as we are big fans of content, and there's going to be a bunch more coming from Founders Live as well in this direction. But what would be a tip if other whether it's the 5 founders sitting here or all the founders and people that are watching on online, what maybe 1 or 2 pieces of advice would you share with entrepreneurs that are getting started and really working on their vision?
So, I mean, I think a big key is dedication. Just, even if you are working a full-time job or a part-time job or going to school, just setting aside that time and dedicating a little bit to it. Overcoming the fear of reaching out to people and making connections. If I hadn't have made a connection with Nick a couple of years back, I wouldn't be here today. And just keep adding, and slowly it builds up to be a whole viable life.
Well, that's awesome. Yeah, it just keep going, and I love it. Thank you for sharing that. Awesome. Okay, so we're gonna get moving here, and we're about ready to start the pitches in the show. But as you know, Amy, so we're gonna drop you back down into the green room, but we're gonna pop you back up. You're gonna join us for all the presenters, the questions, and we're gonna hear some great questions from you, and just do your thing. All right.
All right. Looking forward to it.
Okay.
Thank you.
So cool. All right. Well, Luis, we're almost getting started here. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm getting psyched for these pitches. We've got a great lineup today.
So great. So great. Well,
tell us how it works.
Yeah. Well, let's actually talk about how we got here, right?
Right.
So this is Founders Live Primetime, as we talked about before. You'll notice that all those blue dots, everyone, those are cities, and throughout the year, there are actual physical in-person big events. Some of them have, 200-300 people. Some of them are 50 or 75 people, but they are fun in-person pitch competitions. And when you have all those, we have winners that come out of all of those. They filter up, so the winners go on into further qualification for the prime time. But the thing is, we end up having hundreds of winners throughout the year. So we have a qualification system that they also have to create a pitch video and get votes as well. And so we end up with a few from each region of the world. We then recently built out and created the Primetime Pitch Challenge. Now, the Pitch Challenge is a similar thing, but it's not a physical city event. So a couple times a year, we open up an opportunity to anyone around the world to submit and choose to take on the Pitch Challenge, which has them record a 99-second video, submit it to the system, and then they share it out. And the challenge is to get 99 or more votes for, basically people watch your pitch, then they can vote on you, as well as we rank people in our regions of the world, and we take the top few and we move them on to primetime as well. So we have a mix of founders that went through the pitch challenge to get here, and then a few that have went through our physical events in our cities to get here. And that's now how we have our 25 regional finalists. And Luis, man, it's amazing. The flags, right? This is how many countries are represented just in this week in primetime. Okay. Look at all those. And we are one world of entrepreneurs. It doesn't matter. In my opinion, in our opinion as a brand, it doesn't matter where you come from, what you look like, your skin color. We are one entrepreneurs, and we're here this week doing that, and it's awesome. So just look at those cities and countries.
Yeah, it's fantastic. to be part of this global community. You know, you can say it all you want, but like when it comes down to primetime week, this is when it all comes together. It's like this great funnel for the year's worth of activity and interest and passion for entrepreneurship and startups. We bring the top founders together, and this is when we see where they're all from, and it just works out. It's not all one country, it's not all one place, it's a mix. And here we are together in a week full of this, just enjoying it together. And there's one more aspect to this year. Look at all these awesome founders on screen. But Founders Live Primetime is an official Global Entrepreneurship Week activity. The whole week of finals is officially recognized, and it just really underlines that we are not only in alignment with that organization, but just the reach of our contest, our founders. We're all around the world, and we're really proud to be able to participate in Global Entrepreneurship Week.
Speaking of Global Entrepreneurship Week, we got something. You know, it's just fun. It's just fun. So it is Global Entrepreneurship Week. We encourage you all to, check out what else is available if there's events in your city, or just this is about supporting early stage entrepreneurship, and we're excited to be a part of that week. So again, this is the week that we've had, everyone. This is our prime time global finals regionals, and it's been all week. It's been amazing, and we just love it. We love this week. It's just been energy from different parts of the world, and Monday was Latin America, you can see. Tuesday was Europe, and we had winners from both of those. Asia Pacific, by the way, that was at a time that in the United States, it was literally, it started at 2 a.m. our time. We were bright and wide-eyed and ready to go, and it was fun. So great time. Today is North America, obviously, and Africa is tomorrow. It'll be morning for kind of midday morning for US, and evening time for the Africa continent. So how about that? That's awesome. We are almost there, everyone. Almost there. And what I would like to do is share a little bit, or just thank our primetime partners and all the sponsors that we have. But we're going to see this video, one quick message from one of our partners, Wildom. We appreciate them. And we're going to hear a quick one about what do they do? Wildom is an incredible software development firm. We thank them for their association with Founders Live and support. Maybe they can help you all out. So we're going to hear from them real quick. All right. We thank Wildom for support. Yep. We thank Wildom for their support. And this adds into the next topic, which is really around, what do the Founders Live Primetime winners receive? So we're excited to announce this is the final global finals winner. The final prize is $10,000 total, and it's $5,000 cash prize, which is great and amazing. And also a VIP trip to Seattle to meet myself, Luis, our team, actually visit and be a part of a Founders Life Seattle event. This will happen in the kind of late summer in 2024 when it's incredible weather in Seattle, by the way. Luis, can't wait to have the winner join us for a Founders Live Seattle event.
It's going to be awesome. Founders Live was created in Seattle. We're going to show you where that happened. We're going to take good care of you. You're going to hang out at a Founders Live event during the best month of our summer. So, hey, extra incentive. If you didn't need just the money, you get a trip as part of this. We're going to really show the winner a great time. So
yes. Excited. So, going to be great. And with that, everyone,
hey,
it is showtime. So we are ready to go. So we have a great lineup. Again, we've got Joey here in place of one of their co-founders, and we're excited to have Joey. But a great lineup. And this is the order that we are going to hear from the startups. So we have Roken Instinct. We have MNS Talent. We have Buddy Aid, Safe Zone, and Flip, the Flip app. Incredible lineup here. This is going to be awesome. I'm so excited. And again, just to review the details. So you look there at that 99. So they will have 99 seconds to pitch. They'll only be on the only ones on screen there. Then we're going to come up and we'll have about 4 minutes of questions. And you'll notice as you are in the chat, hey, you're doing a great job, everyone. What we want to do is make sure we have quality questions from you in the audience. We're going to take a few of those as well. And this is probably a good time to remind everyone, if we see any negative messages or comments, you're just banned. We're going to remove you from this experience. This is only a positive experience. Please support the founders and please no negative messages. You're going to be removed. So we'll remind you of that. But the audience, you all participate. So there's the chat. As you see, we'll take your questions. We're going to take a few, probably 3 or 4 from the crowd, you there in the viewing in the audience. And then we'll cycle through all the founders in that way. And then we will vote. So this is how we'll vote. We'll come back to this just so you know, so no worries. But there's a QR code and a link that we will share for voting. Luis, it is time for the pitches. Are you ready?
Yeah. I am ready. I can't wait. This is going to be sweet. Oh, look at that. I did it over the other one. All right.
Okay. So, Martha with Roken Instinct, please. And please share your screen so we can make sure we pop those slides right on the screen for you. And we have our first presenter coming up here. Martha is joining us on screen and so excited. Hello, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
Good. Nice to see you.
Yeah, it's exciting.
Martha, you won Founders Live Bellevue, correct?
Yes, we did. It was an awesome experience.
Cool. Yeah, I love your stuff. So your videos and things. So way to go.
Thank you.
Well, you did great, and you're also up to do great here. So you know the drill. You've done this before. We have the timer here. We're just going to drop off the screen. You start when you are ready, and then that's when your time starts. So that's for everyone. And we will jump back on after that 99 seconds, and we're going to have some questions with you, okay?
Sounds good.
All right. Let's see. You go ahead.
You're deep into mile 4 of a hike, and you're starting to get weak and hungry. So what do? Move to the side, pull out an energy bar, and snack. Now you're ready for round 2 and to summit that mountain. But wait, what about your dog? Introducing Roken Instinct Ruku Bars, the first canine energy bar of its kind, recognized by Pet Innovation Awards as the best functional dog treat of the year, featuring our unique patent-pending breakaway design. In creating this product, we discovered a large customer segment of dog owners passionate about giving their dogs long and fulfilling lives. These bars are handmade in Seattle, Washington, using ingredients sourced from local Washington and Oregon farms, using regenerative and sustainable practices. Our bars cater to the unique metabolic demands of active dogs, combating common issues like energy depletion, muscle density loss, and joint deterioration. With my background in cellular and molecular physiology, I leveraged my extensive knowledge of metabolic processes and recovery to create our flagship product. 65 million households in the US own a dog, with nearly half of them belonging to Gen Z and millennials and growing 11% year over year. Not only are these age groups the highest spending in this demographic, but also the most active. In our first year of operating, we've generated over $150,000 in sales, putting $0 into traditional paid ad spend and boasting a 45% customer return rate. We're currently seeking investors and advisors to help scale up our production process with a manufacturer, introductions to local outdoor and pet retail chains. And as always, we're ready to welcome new customers to our ever-growing Roken pack. Thank you.
Oh my gosh, how about that? So great. And we are bringing on Amy as well to join us. Congratulations, that's amazing. Love the product, love the vision here. Amy, welcome to the stage, and it's your chance to ask Martha the first question.
Hi, Martha. Lovely to meet you.
Yes.
So I'm curious, how did you kind of come up with the idea for your bar? Like what foods go into the bars?
So I believe in a really natural, holistic ingredient list. So our ingredients are pretty clean. There's nothing specifically out there that's all natural, organic, ethically sourced, sustainable. So there's not any synthetic ingredients. But my background specifically was metabolic processes. So there's a specific nutrient composition that jumpstarts the metabolic process in humans. And I pretty much applied that knowledge to my own dog because we live in Seattle. So we're always constantly hiking. And yeah, I wanted him to live forever. And there was a preserve his vitality and not have to worry about him hitting his senior slowdown earlier than necessary.
Okay, nice.
Oh,
and
Amy, if you have one more quick one, feel free to ask.
Yeah, I was just going to ask about the patent pending. Can you go into a little more detail about what part of it is patented?
Absolutely. So you can see they look like little chocolate bars, and the patent is on 70% meat content. So what you find if there's shapes in bars, there's a lot of flour and like ingredients that aren't the best for dogs. So like our products is about over 90% meat, and then getting that waffling pattern is pretty difficult. So we're protecting that shape.
Fascinating.
Awesome. Well, how about this first question? So how will you keep the single-use packaging eco-friendly? Maybe talk a little bit about your packaging.
Absolutely. The packaging is actually made from PCR, so post-consumer recycled goods. So it's actually already using plastic that's already been tossed away, and we're reusing it. And so you're not actually contributing back to the carbon emissions.
All right. Another one is, let's even talk about some competitors here. Steve, good to hear from you and see from you.
Actually, I have a slide for this. Look at you go. So these are other more popular competitors in the space. And as you'll see, there's nothing specifically formulated for active dogs while also being really conscientious of the quality of ingredients. And yeah, that's why I think we are really strong and what our business is really proud of.
So cool. How about, in our podcast interview, I kind of asked a little bit about this, but like I was asking about, did you try them yourself and eat them? But you can answer that later. But how about, sensitive stomachs or like just the food in general, and like how have you determined when this is a product that, it's an animal that they can't just tell you my stomach hurts and that was gross. So how do you not only test it, but how does this work with sensitive stomach animals?
So you're not actually introducing any new ingredients. Everything in our ingredient list is something that your dog has more than likely been exposed to through their own food. But again, when you're just in general trying new treats, it's a good idea to start slowly and build up. But I'm pretty confident that it is fine for dogs with sensitive stomachs because we've not really had any customer issues with this.
Wow, everyone. Incredible questions. We got one more here, last question, and let's talk about what was the process behind the choice of protein and or ingredients. Let's add that.
This is a good question, actually, because our core proteins right now is beef, lamb, pork, and seafood. And we picked those ones because it was actually the easiest way to source regenerative protein. So it was easier to find farms that were conscientious about their farming practices. And we're actually starting to introduce invasive species to our lines, which we're super excited about. So glad I got to answer that.
Well, very good. Martha, incredible. Amy, last thoughts here from Martha as she leaves the stage.
I'm just wondering how much have you sold already, and kind of what's your trajectory for 2024?
Pretty good, I would say. It's not something I'm totally comfortable sharing publicly yet, since we're working on that. But I'm proud of our numbers. I'm very proud of our numbers.
Well, perfect. Okay. Well, thank you so much. We're taking you off the screen, but excellent pitch.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, awesome. All right, Amy, we will see you soon. We're going to move on to the next presenter here. I'm going to bring Luis back on to join us. And we have next presenter here, Mia, if you are there. And Mia, if you can hear me, as well as, put your camera on and then make sure that you're going to share your screen and your slides. Mia is our second presenter here. Mia, if you can, there you are. Okay. And we're going to bring Mia on. She is going to share her slides and make sure that she is all good.
Hey, awesome. Mia.
Yes.
So in order to share your slides, go to that present button in the toolbar. And then the first item in there, or the closest item to the present button, says share screen. Just click that.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Let's see.
So we're getting.
I'm gonna get up right now. Sorry, I had it pulled like up, so I thought that I was gonna do it that way.
Right. So. And as Mia is sharing her screen and getting her slides ready, we want to remind you the energy is great in here. Look at these comments. Thank you all for sharing your support, your energy, and a couple things here, everyone. We're sharing in the chat, and obviously it's just kind of a stream at this point. But if you want to learn more about Founders Live, check out that link below. That goes to founderslive.com, obviously, and you can connect with us and obviously learn more about Founders Live. Mia, so we are moving forward here. So if you're having trouble sharing your screen, what we will do is we will move you back down. We're going to move on with more pitches, and then you work on sharing your screen in the studio. Okay. Or are you able to share your screen right now?
I can slide, so I'm going to do it right here from Google Slides and see. Apologize, I guess I had them up, but we can move on.
Unfortunately, your audio is kind of not clear as well, so this is a bit of an issue. But we need you to be able to share your screen right now, or we're going to have to move on, and we'll come back to you later. Just we have a timing thing here.
No worries. Come back.
All right. Yeah. So okay, we're gonna come back to Mia.
It's a live show.
We're hoping that her audio and her slides fit, but hey, this is part of it, everyone. We got to move on, and so what we're gonna do is we will go to the next. So Anu, if you can hear me, we are moving on. We are bringing up our next presenter, and then we will go back to Mia, and hopefully we can make sure that she has a chance to pitch and get everything together. But we are going to move on to our next presenter, which is the startup Buddy Aid. We're excited to have Anuja and her joining us on stage. And I know this, we're kind of going out of order, but we're getting her slides up and ready as well. And she is now joining our stage. And hello, how are you?
Hey, Nick. Yeah, I'm doing good. How are you doing?
Good. So you are joining us from Columbus, Ohio. Is that correct?
Yes, that's right. Yeah, I live in Columbus.
All right. Well, welcome. Thank you. This is your time now. And as we described earlier, we will just leave the screen. It's your time to start your pitch. The time will start as you start speaking, and then we will jump back on screen after the 99 seconds and we will ask you questions.
Okay. Thank you, Nick.
All
Hey,
right.
hey guys, let me narrate you a story. It's a warm Tuesday evening, and May Olivia, like she welcomes everybody to the first annual Harmonyville Hidden Gems Talent Show. Thank you all for coming. I'm delighted that we can spend the evening together to share our special gifts. And like now, that means I'm amazed to find out that Mike the mechanic is a gifted painter, and Mary the florist is an amazing henna artist. And now the Tom the librarian is an amazing world-class juggler. So by end of the night, Beth books Tom to juggle for her son's birthday party, while John talks to Mary about organizing a ladies' event for his wife's birthday. Like much to the delight of everyone, who performed, the neighbors were ready to pay for their special talents. And now Mayor Olivia wants to get everyone connected, and she wanted a way to get people connected, even though they are not in the same room. And now she has like tabbed 3.7 billion gig economy now. And Buddy Aid was exactly created for this particular market to monetize people's talent and pay and get some extra income, I would say. Buddy Aid is now an iOS app store, and we are working with the marketing and are working with the seed level funding to expand our services as well. Thank you all for your time. And these are some of the slides that comes up with. And the founders, we as a team created an Android version, and now it's in the app market as well. These are some of the achievements. Feel free to download the code, and thank you for your time.
All right. Thank you. Great job. Good to hear that pitch. We're going to bring up Amy as well and bring her onto the stage here. There you are. All right, Amy. So
Hi,
your
Anusha.
chance to ask questions, and then we will take questions from the audience. Everyone, post them in the chat. We will grab those questions for you.
Anusha, can you clarify the competitive advantage that this product has over similar competitors?
Yeah, that's a great question. I do agree there are wide competitors now, like I would say Craigslist and Angie's. They are the competitors there. Those are offering services similar to ours. But the unique talent that we are sharing is they're not identifying any of the talents, and they keep track of the workforce that they are doing now. Say, for example, when you book a service in Craigslist, you don't know who is coming to your home or who is going to serve you in the event. But here we keep track of their job location and we monitor them until the job is done, and then we pay them through online secure through online payment portal. That's the uniqueness, I would say, between the competitors.
Thank you.
All right. So Anuja, very in terms of a localized product, are there specific industries or, I guess target market might be a good way to ask this question. Who would specifically be the target market that would be utilizing the Buddy Aid?
Yeah, the target market that we are looking for is a general neighbors that we are living in the close streets. That who can come out, say a high school student who is looking for a part-time job, or is a homemaker who just wants flexibility with or without commute, and those things are all offered in this particular platform.
Awesome. All right. Well, good. We are looking at some questions here. So I would say, this one mentions like, is it like TaskRabbit except more professional? So maybe share with us a little bit there. This goes along with Amy's question a little bit around how does this align competitively with others? But talk about what maybe the difference from even such as TaskRabbit would be.
Yeah, sure. TaskRabbit, when you check in the TaskRabbit, like the workforce or the job seekers who are looking for is highly it's not economical for the family, I would say. Like while you offer a job opportunity for the particular neighbor who is a high school student or who is not a professional, but most of the time that is all we need in a household activity, daily activity. You don't want a profession or pro for everyday event, right? So that's the main target that we are looking for. It's not going to be a pro. It's just your neighbor is talented in particular thing is going to help you for some extra income. So it
Awesome.
gives you a wide market where it opens up. You can be a baker, artist, or anybody who can work for your neighbors and earn some extra income. That's the main aim.
All right. Perfect. Amy, we'll go with one more quick question if you have, and that's probably about it for the questions time here. But do you have one more question? I gotta hide that comment there for you.
Yeah. So what support do you need to kind of achieve your next level of growth?
Yeah. We are now working with some of the early stage investors who can expand our services. Currently, like we are very limited, we are serving a very limited geographical area. To the quarter of 2024, we are expecting to widen the geographic area and provide more services, for which we are working on the enhancements as well.
Wonderful. Hope to see you keep expanding.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Anuja with Buddy Aid. All right. From Columbus, Ohio. Thank you so much. Great job. And we'll pull you back down into the studio and we'll see you soon.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you, Amy. Great job on the questions. You are just rocking it. We'll see you soon as well. All right. Bring Luis back up. And we believe that we have now the solution for MSN Talent or MNS Talent with Mia. Let's bring Mia back on stage.
Hey,
Yes, it should be better now. So sorry, guys.
you're all
Awesome.
set. It looks good.
There they are.
Great.
There they are.
Awesome. You guys can hear me, see me. Everything's perfect.
Oh, it's clear. It's great. Okay. So, actually, make sure that you can advance your slides just before we go here. Can you go one forward? There you go.
That's a great idea.
Okay, we're good. You know the drill. It is your time. We're gonna drop off. You go, and then I'll have Luis and Amy come back after 99 seconds. All right.
Awesome. Okay. Over 4 million businesses are started every year. And did you know that 90% of startups fail? And did you know that 80% of small businesses are run by one person? And so, what if there was something that could help? The reason why most businesses fail is because they lack funding or capital. They're retaining an inadequate management team. They have faulty infrastructure or business model, and unsuccessful marketing initiatives. So we can help with all of those problems. We help by educating and building on building effective teams, providing trained strategic virtual assistants tailored for startups, and continuous training and consulting for startups and small businesses. We also assist with development of systems and procedures, which most startups do not have any type of training on those. And so startups are so important because they are a crucial part of the economy, and they are a source for new jobs, new products, and new services. What we are is MNS Talent Consulting is more than just providing virtual assistants. We provide education to help startups scale faster and increase longevity. We are starting an 8-week cost to business owners starting in April in 2024. And so we need you to help us help each other. Thank you so much.
Hi, Mia. Well done. A little bit of audio difficulties there, but hey, you powered through this thing. Nice deck. You got it done in 99 seconds. Way to go. Yeah. Amy is going to give us our first question, and we're going to be looking through this chat to see what the audience has. Audience, make sure you get your chat questions in there. Amy, what you got for Mia?
So I'm going to kind of go with a similar one. What kind of sets you apart from some of the other accelerators or incubator programs?
Absolutely. So for me, what I've noticed in business is that a lot of times there's so many different focuses on a lot of times people think funding is their issue, or they're trying to figure out, what they can do to make their business stand out. And then they know that they need help, but they don't understand. They don't know how to utilize help. So every client, I have corporate clients and I have small business clients, and every single small business client I've had this entire year has had issues with being able to effectively utilize their assistants to help them scale in their business. They don't have structured SOPs. They don't understand what process and procedures are. So they can't fully scale because they're so used to doing everything themselves that they don't have anything documented. And so what makes my my program and my accelerator different is that I'm helping and training this as an organization and not as just a startup or small business.
All right, we have a question from the audience. Is this going to be an online service or in-person service or both? How do you deliver your services?
Yes, so it is completely online. And so anyone, no matter where their physical location is, will be able to be a part of the accelerator.
Awesome. So here's another. I think you just kind of answered this before. That was somewhat like Amy's question, but I would like to know: do you work with like a roster of consultants? What's the back end to this? I don't want you to give away your secret sauce, but like, what's what informs this expertise that you help these people with? Do you have a roster of consultants? How does it work?
Sure. So, and I want to make sure I'm answering your question correctly as well. So what I do is I actually have hired internally assistants, and I have trained them on working with startup organizations. I help train them with working with creators because that's a lot of our audience. And I train them for weeks. I have them work internally in my company for months. And then what happens is that when I do get clients, then I place them with those clients, but and so they end up being more than just assistants for our clients. They end up being more like consultants. So they guide them through what they need. Like I said, that documenting everything, and helping them really learn like what it takes to have a business. So then when they start bringing other people into their business, they already have a structure. They will all make sure they're doing it the same exact way.
Amazing. That is really bespoke service. Like you're one-on-one, you're giving your customers real attention here. That's amazing. Amy, any last words? Look, Nick's popped up a banner that says speak more on the revenue model. Maybe we can avoid that one.
Okay. Yeah, I was just going to ask, what are some of the metrics that you're tracking in your company that kind of show the growth over the past year or couple of years?
For me internally, that is.
Oh my!
You're asking for me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, like, how many assistants have you hired? How many clients do you have?
Okay. So yes. So I track. So it's funny. So yes, I track everything, and I have all of my reports because it's the same thing that I'm telling my clients to do as well. And so all of my clients that I have are tracked, are how long that we have as far as like our retention is tracked. And so there was a specific question that you have. How many clients do we have now, or how many clients have we had since we started last year?
I think we're out of time on questions, but it's just good to hear that you are tracking all this stuff. You're demanding that of yourself and your clients. Way to go. Hi, Nick. Welcome back to the screen. Hi. We'll see you later, Mia.
Thank you guys.
Thank you, Mia. All right. We'll see you later. We'll pull you back down into the studio. Okay. We are continually moving on. Amy, we'll see you soon. We'll pull you back as well. You can hang out. And we are moving on. So as we keep going here, our next presenter, this is number 4 out of 5. We have Safe Zone, and we have Joey joining us. So we're going to bring up Joey here. Joey, you've got your slides as well. And here we go. Where are you? There you are.
How's everyone doing?
Welcome.
Good. How are you?
Good. Some great pitches so far.
Yeah. Safe Zone. This is already sounds interesting. Excited for you. You got, a lot of support here, and you know the drill. You've been watching it. We're going to drop down. You start whenever you're ready, your 99 seconds, and then we'll pop back on stage. Myself and Amy will join you for some questions, okay?
Gotcha.
All right. Go ahead.
All right. I'm Joey Spear. I'm from Austin, Texas, and this is Safe Zone. We don't live in a perfect world. Youth suicides with guns are at an all-time high, and guns are the #1 leading cause of death in children and teens. Imagine accidentally leaving your firearm out. Maybe you didn't close the safe all the way, or maybe you had a faulty trigger lock. Right there, whether your child is in a horrible mental state or just curious and happens to stumble upon it, that could be the end. Gun security is a big part of the problem. A gun is stolen every 90 seconds, and with today's solutions, there's very little a gun owner can do to keep it from being misused or even being used in the wrong area altogether. When you're in a life-threatening emergency, you don't have time to go to your basement and slowly unlock your safe or go get a key. There is no security that can prevent the trigger from being pulled on accident, but not anymore. That is why we are so proud to introduce SafeZone, the first software-defined gun security system for today's gun owners. SafeZone enables you to do 3 things. First is protect your family by only letting authorized users operate the gun, yet accessible in emergencies with fingerprint authentication. Second, control your own gun by knowing the location and status of it at all times with real-time tracking and alerts. And third, secure your community by disabling the gun in prohibited zones and enabling it in set safe zones with geofencing. Right now, you have the power to push SafeZone even further and give gun owners that same choice if they want to protect themselves, their kids, and anyone around them. Join us and be a part of the first software-defined gun security system, because safe guns
All right.
the safe zone.
Yeah. All right. Great job, Joey. Great job. Great pitch. We got Amy here as well. We're going to jump into the questions, and then we'll take some from the audience.
So can you tell me a little bit about your team's experience in this industry?
Yes, of course. So as students, we're high school seniors in Austin, Texas, and just being students in Texas, the frequent just kind of shelter in place drills, the coming back from school and seeing another school shooting about 30 minutes away from us, seeing another one in Texas. Texas is the worst, has the worst gun violence in all of the U.S., and the U.S. is the worst in the world. And so that's on the violence aspect. Personally, one person on our team has really close connections with the police force in Austin and has been working with guns their entire lives. We are really close with one of the top gun stores in Austin, which is Central Texas Gun Works, with Michael Cargill and his gunsmith. So on both of those aspects, problem and solution, we're very, very involved.
All right. Thank you for that. Great answer there. First of all, I mean, just impressive in terms of, you're early in your career, okay, and you are addressing a major problem, and I give you guys huge credit for that. So thank you for doing this. Can this be installed on any gun, or do you have to buy a specific one? Talk a little bit about how this would work with existing products versus new.
Yeah, so that's actually one of our biggest differentiations. Is right now there's only one gun out there that even has fingerprint, let alone the tracking and software. And that gun is $1,500. You have to buy a new gun, and you can't add it to anything else that you have previously. And the biggest part of us is that SafeZone can be installed onto any gun. We mainly target handguns and ARs, as those are the predominantly used guns in the US, but it can be installed onto any gun. And the reason for that, security-wise, for kind of no mess-ups, is about 80% of any gun transactions or any gun accessory transactions are actually in store, believe it or not. So when you're in that store and doing that, kind of the retailers and the gunsmiths there will actually install it for you and ensure that there's no problems with that, and kind of you don't actually install it wrong and kind of have a malfunction in a time that you don't want that.
Mm-hmm. How about pricing, and maybe this goes into the company's revenue model, but how much would this cost?
Yeah, so that's actually another kind of huge differentiation is Safe Zone itself from the store is $130 for consumers, and our software features, which is absolutely nowhere in the market, that tracking and being able to, if someone steals it, you can track it down and disable remotely. That ability is $5 a month because it's a SIM card tracking it, or it's $7 a month where you kind of get that unlimited Safe Zone experience where you can have unlimited set zones where you're setting a safe zone where your gun can be used or not used. And it's kind of just kind of better functioning app for the $7 versus the $5. So
yeah. We have a lot of questions in the comments, so great job, everyone. A lot there, and we're not going to get to them. Let's do one more, and then Amy, just one more quick one, and that'll be it. But, geez, it's just like maybe this one, right? What if the fingerprint what if it has a glitch when, you need it, you need that protection the most? So talk about maybe the integrity of the system.
Yeah. So the fingerprint scanner that we use right now is over 99.9% accurate. So take your, I guess, iPhone, for example, that's at like 80%. This is almost cannot be stopped. Additionally, it takes less than a blink of an eye to trigger the fingerprint. So in that event of an emergency, you can use that. But, any product is never perfect. I've never seen a product that never fails. So in that 1 in a million shot that it does fail, we are protected. So legally, we have a sorry, totally forget what it's called. But basically, if this were to go to court, this is not really a court case, but it's kind of a money case. And additionally, we have kind of a insurance, so a general liability insurance policy that ensures that kind of in the event, this very rare event that this happens, we are protected, and that the people who kind of are hurt from that are also protected.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, congrats. And Amy, just quick last words here.
Well, I was just going to ask, have you filed for a patent on this device?
So we have not filed yet, but we are working on a provisional patent. So usually you'll see a non-provisional patent. A provisional patent is essentially the same thing as a patent, but it lasts shorter. So that's kind of our chance with limited money, because it's kind of less to do the whole process. We can be protected for about a couple years. And then once we kind of get off the ground, then we can start building patents and doing that. So yes, we've started a provisional patent.
All right.
Thank you.
Well, great job. And it's needed. This world needs this. So I applaud you guys you're a whole team for doing this. So congrats.
Thank you.
All right. Great questions, Amy. You're doing a great job co-hosting with us. We're going to drop you off. We'll see you soon. Yeah. All right. Luis, I'm bringing you back up. And this leads us to our final pitch of Founders Live Primetime North America. We have Flip and Flip app, and we have Elizabeth here. This is exciting stuff. We're adding her to the stage. Oh my gosh. The crowd's going wild already. We can already see that. Elizabeth, how are you? Welcome to the stage.
Hi, thank you so much for having me. Thank you everybody for staying on and cheering on all of the amazing pitches and Flip, because that's us.
All right. Well, you've watched, you've seen, you know the drill. So we're going to drop off here we'll give you the screen. You start whenever you're ready, and then we will be back.
Awesome. Thanks. All right. So, hey, I'm Elizabeth, and this is Flip App. So when I returned from building and selling a hotel in Costa Rica, I attempted to find new activity partners. I ended up being catfished on meetup.com, and then I was ghosted on Facebook groups. I was discouraged by the current options out there, and I just absolutely knew there had to be a better way. So it turns out that I wasn't alone. After interviewing and surveying 100 people, 85% of them said that they felt the same way that I did. They were having a really hard time finding other people to do activities with, and then they typically just ended up doing absolutely nothing at all. So I listened to these people to help create a solution to our problem, which is Flip. Find local individual players. Flip is an app that connects users in their local areas based on their sports and hobby interests. While doing our market research, we discovered a secondary problem that affected our users as well. They didn't feel like they fit in, and there's a common problem with these happening in gyms where they actually end up losing $13.8 billion a year because 50% of their members leave within the first 6 months. Retaining 5% of these members would put $1 billion back into that market. This opened up our B2B model, which allows us to partner with these local health and wellness facilities to drive new member engagement and increase retention rates. Drawing from my 10 years of marketing experience, I teamed up with Rachel Ballinger, a brand and community building expert, and Anthony Leemeister to help build the tech. We've released our private beta, have a growing waitlist, have strategic partnerships, acquired LOIs, and have an approved trademark. Our fitness facilities help to drive our user engagement, as well as local targeting, event hosting, brand ambassadors, and influencer and celebrity connections. We'll grow city by city as we plan to get the app in the hands of over 60 million users. Next up, we're launching our pre-seed fundraising round, growing our beta user base, and developing and launching Flip V2. Check us out at goflipapp.com.
Killer work. That was really good. I have an extra level of enthusiasm or interest in this, in that I'm a volleyball player, and getting people to play is a thing. So I'm in your target market. Hi, Amy. Amy's here to ask our first question. We've got a bunch of questions coming in the chat. Keep them going. We're going to pull from that. Amy's going to go first.
So I was just wondering, what is like one of the pivots that your team has had to do to come up with this, the current iteration using gyms and sports teams?
Yeah, definitely. So we found a lot when it came to kind of like the feature set of how people are going to connect with each other. And so there's been a lot of pivots just inside of the development of the app itself. So one-on-one matching is great if you want to find somebody just to go do this one activity, but we're seeing a lot of issues with, like Luis, you just mentioned, volleyball. You kind of want more than one person on the field. So just catering to the algorithm and the development of the app so that we can streamline the connection of the types of players and the skill levels and the activities you want to do. There's been a big pivot there, and then making sure that works as well with some of our business models.
Yeah, awesome. So yes, this is a question that's coming a lot in the chat here. Safety features. Can you speak to those?
Totally. So as I said in the pitch, like I was catfished on meetup.com when I had moved back, and the 20-something-year-old girl I thought I was meeting was not a 20-something-year-old girl, and it was horrible. It's like not a safe place to be. So we are implementing safety features. The first one that we'll roll out will be an identity verification, so that we'll have members that are identity verified with background checks as well. So that will eliminate some of these predators coming onto the app, and they will have verifications next to them, making sure that you know who they are. We're also looking at partnerships with a couple of other really cool softwares where you can implement them into your phone as well as the app. So you can double click to call an emergency person. And there's just a few other safety features that we're working out right now, but the main one will definitely be identity verification. That'll come up first.
Here's another question from comments. Any pivots into other audiences than sports, but similar kind of vibes, right?
Yeah, like the van life communities. Totally. So there is definitely potential for that in the future. We are starting with sports and activities so that we can get it out to the right market, really test it and see how people are using it, and then make sure that if we see there's a big need for these other communities, we will build that for what people want. So we're always listening to our consumers, and that's really how we're going to end up building the app and putting it out. Is you tell us what you want and we'll make it happen.
Awesome. Amy?
All right. How much are you trying to raise? Do you have a figure in mind?
Yes, our pre-seed round, we're aiming to raise around $500,000, which will help to get us, the V2 will be launched nationally, possibly even internationally as well, towards Canada and maybe parts of Europe, just kind of depending on what that go-to-market ends up looking like as the year goes on. And then it'll also allow us to do the marketing as well as the development.
And will that be a angel investor round or a crowdfunding round? How do you plan on?
We'll do a couple of both. So we have an angel investor round. We'll also open up a WeFunder campaign so that all of our users, anybody that's interested in Flip, is actually able to also put their money into Flip's bucket as well and be shareholders in the company.
Amazing.
Really cool. Best of luck to you on that.
Yeah,
Um,
thank you all so much.
yeah, you're welcome. I guess we do have time for one more question. So my last thing as we send you off is, hey, you do some really great videos. What's the inspiration behind that, or like, what's your background with marketing or your team's background that makes you be so creative on those?
Yeah, well, I'm super fortunate. One of my good friends is Rachel Ballinger. You can't see her on the screen, but she's in the chat. She's doing all the cool things, and she is a community and brand building whiz. So she's super talented and creative. So we team up together and come up with some fun video ideas, and we want to keep people entertained. Like the point of the app is an entertainment app, so why not just keep people entertained everywhere they are?
Love it. Well, that matters because even with Founders Live, that's one of our core things. Entertainment's on the list of our big features. Hi, Nick.
Absolutely.
Elizabeth, thank you for joining us, and great
Thank you.
pitch. That finishes the 5. We got a big thing coming up right now to determine who is the winner.
Amazing. We will see you all, founders, very soon. And wow, it's just awesome to see these pitches. It's awesome to see the energy, not just the passion from the presenters, but the comments and the energy and the support here, everyone. So thank you. Great job. And it is that time, everyone. You already see that QR code up there that you can scan it. We're gonna drop the link in the chat as well, Luis, if you want to get to that.
We'll do
But
that.
everyone, this is the time to vote and cast your vote. Who did you like? Who did you want to move on to the global finals? Who resonated with you? All this good stuff. That is, remember, the order was a bit different than that exact logo order, but tremendous, amazing. And Amy and Luis, we're going to sit here and just have a little bit more of a discussion. We're going to take about, let's call it 5 to 7 minutes for voting. This is real time. It's happening right now in the background. I'm going to look in a second, but it's happening. A lot of votes are coming in. So we're going to take a few minutes. Amy, your overall just feeling and energy of this Founders Live Primetime North America.
I love the diversity of the women presenting, as well as the diversity of the products being created. A gun safety next to a dog chew. That's just fabulous. I think it's really inspiring to be able to be around everyone.
Yeah, it is. And that's the cool thing about, Founders Live in general. Like our events, even in the cities, you always walk in and it's a dynamic, it's different. It's a diversity of not just presenters, but also ideas. And it's so cool. Luis, your thoughts on everything?
Yeah, same thing. I mean, we've seen some themes in the other regions which were really encouraging and interesting and fascinating. Here in North America, this is just like all over the place. Product focus, services, community related things. It's just ideas and innovation. So hey, cheers to the North American founders. You 5 did awesome pitches, and you're bringing something cool to the people here. So way to go.
You 5 did awesome. It's so great. My thoughts are just around, and this is a theme that we see. I'm gonna pop myself up there. I'm gonna jump up on the top of the screen here. So my thoughts are really just around, Luis, we've talked about this a lot, where Founders Live, whether these are unicorn, billion-dollar companies eventually at some point or not, is not even, that's not it. That's not the focus. This is what the world wants.
Yeah.
Right. And what happens around Founders Live events is these concepts and these amazing businesses pop up that are just like wholesome. And they're like, yep, that's what we need. This is not what VCs are wanting to see in the world to get $1 billion or $10 billion out. That may or may not happen. But, we need healthy pets. We need community support, right? We need to find more trustworthy and enjoyable friends and people in our community. Like, you've heard it's the most lonely time in history. who in their apartment building or neighborhood goes out and knocks on their door of their neighbors? Like, that doesn't happen very much at all anymore. So we need community, we need safety, and there's a gun issue in our country. We need to solve that. And all of these ideas, look at this, so businesses, this is what Founders Life does. We need better support for small, medium, large businesses to help entrepreneurs move forward. All these ideas right here, this is what the world needs. And I just love it that we are able to highlight this. Those are my thoughts.
I love it. I love it. Love it. We're known for early stage. This is also the early wave. Like, we are an indicator on like you said, what the people want, what the people need, and like where trends are going. You can see things, you can just feel it every time at an event. Like, these are the things that people want more of. So yeah, it's been great.
Well, we're getting close, everyone. We have, one more minute, and wow, just look at, great work, Elizabeth, all the support for all the founders here. This is just amazing. So, we're going to take just one more minute, and we're going to then show the results. And when we show results, it's just going to be a list order, and there's not going to be any numbers there. It's just the top one has the most numbered votes, and that's the winner. So that's kind of how we do it here. But as we're getting that ready, Amy, any quick thoughts before we go to the results here?
I actually have a question for you. So who won in the APAC and the Euro division? Who are we going to get to see at the big primetime launch?
Yeah, this is a good question. So let's see, Luis, I could, it's
I'll put you on the spot here.
the last event that we had, everyone, we're in the Pacific. I'm in Pacific Coast time. We had to get started at 1. The event started at 2 a.m. and it went till like 3:30 in the morning. So my week is already blur. So I'm trying to even, go back. But Luis, what was there one that you can think of? And I'm going to pull up the information here.
Well, Seema Latif from Awaz AI, she won Asia Pacific in that, for us, early morning, but for every region that is having their regional finals, we do it right in their prime time post after work hour slot, which means that was a very early thing for us in Seattle. And even though it was 2 a.m., it was 5, 7, 9 p.m. wherever they were joining us in Asia. So that was an interesting product. Latin America, we had Bandadas. That's an app to allow art galleries that were doing open calls for artists to more centrally transmit their messages. And in Europe, Terra Makers from Madrid, Spain. They're a community, an online community for horror professionals, like people in the makeup industry, people who do like fake blood, like camera people. It's a whole thing out there. So like really amazing stuff.
Well, I might have to go visit Madrid soon.
Well, let's find out who we get to say is the winner for North America.
All right. Well, we are going to find out here who is the winner. Can we get a drum roll, please?
Yeah. They need a sounder board here.
And our winner is, come on, show it, Flip App. We have a winner, everyone. Flip App is our winner for today. Congratulations, everyone, for all the presenters pitching. But we're going to bring up Elizabeth from Flip App once more. She's going to join us on stage. And here we are. Elizabeth, you're on. And I am going to pull that back off.
Yay.
Aw.
Congratulations.
Thanks. I'm so excited. Thank you to everyone who voted, everyone who stayed on, all the other pitches. It's just always fun to be part of these events and get the word out there about Flip. We are coming to your city. I know we've been saying that for a while, but like we really are actually doing it. So this is just one step in the right direction.
As you should come to Seattle. It's a very active place and a great place for community as well. I'm just a little bit on Seattle, but congratulations. And you've obviously got a support group. And I mean, I can tell you all the presenters tonight and just all the energy of support in this chat. I mean, I don't even know how many individual posts of the comments here have been, but this is on fire. And this is what in some ways what an in-person Founders Live event feels like, in some ways, without the music, without the drink in your hand, you know, yeah. But all of this. So congratulations. One more quick thought, you know, like just, yeah, how are you feeling? And excited for November 29th, which is a Wednesday, is our global finals. So one last thought from you.
Yeah, I'm excited. I think we put in a lot of effort. Cutting down what is a 10-minute pitch to 99 seconds is not easy. And it's just great. It's just been really cool to see everybody come together and cheer us on. And I really appreciate the support, because this app is literally being built for you all. So I hope everyone gets to enjoy it really soon. Thank you so much.
Love it.
Good job. Good job. Well, congratulations. We are going to pull you back into the studio. And, you know, for everyone here, in terms of the pitching founders, great job. Congratulations. You've already won. Stepping up here. This is a bet on yourself. This is why we do Founders Live, is to create an opportunity for you all to take the steps you need to be successful. And that's part of what we're doing here, everyone. So congratulations to all the people pitching, and we'll see you, Elizabeth, very soon.
Thank you.
Awesome. Oh my gosh. As we close up here, this is so cool. And Amy, your final thoughts as we close out. We're literally right on time. So this is amazing. Sometimes we usually go over, just kind of drags, but man, we're right on time. And Amy, it was a pleasure to have you a part of this experience.
Thank you for inviting me and letting me come in. This was thrilling. I love pitches.
Well, it's awesome. Luis, quick thoughts here as we close up.
Well, you know, we have one winner, but as Elizabeth pointed out, like trimming a 10-minute pitch down to 99 seconds was a real effort, but look where it got her. This going through the process takes founders places. So well done to everybody for doing the work. You're all winners. And thanks to everybody for watching. Thanks for participating in the chat. This is all for you. This is all by us. So let's see you tomorrow, actually, for Founders Live Primetime Africa region. And that's going to give us our 5th finalist and the first phase of this Primetime Week and Global Entrepreneurship Week will be done.
Yes, this is the 4th of 5. So this was North America Energy. Awesome. Africa is tomorrow. For you in the United States, it's going to be in your midday. We encourage you to watch that as well. Be supportive. Check out the cool ideas coming out of the African continent. It's going to be fun. That'll be in 9 a.m. Pacific time, 12 p.m. Central time. And we're excited about that. So with that, everyone, we are going to say goodbye for today. Thank you so much. Founders Live Prime Time. Hey, lastly, again, if Founders Live is not in your city, just go to founderslive.com and you can go find /lead. You can fill out a form. We would love to talk with you about launching a physical Founders Live event in your city. With that, everyone, Luis, last thoughts here.
And hey, if you're inspired to pitch, founderslive.com/pitch. We have city events near you. And if not near you, we have an online virtual pitch competition. So there's ways for you to be here next year. Hope you're all inspired. You can do it.
Yep. All right. Well, with that, everyone, thank you all so much. We are done for the day. Enjoy
Amy.
Thank you, Amy. Enjoy the rest of your evening. And, you know, this has been Founders Live Prime Time. Thank you all so much. We are going to peace out. All right.